Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Woo. Yeah. So what'd you learn about that new friend? Cool. You don't have to say. What's that? Yeah, yeah. What was that? Same? Yeah. A lot of normalizing experience. Yeah, 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 yeah. Both sleepy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, yeah. And what a good place to be. You get to rest. Yeah. Anybody want to share what they notice? What's with you tonight? What's coming in with you into the rooms, into the room? They'll come in with something. Very noisy mind. Yeah. What are you curious about? How to turn it off properly. Yeah. Let me know when you find that out. So that was the biggest bummer for me when, say, I was desperate enough to try meditation. I went to my friend that was a meditation teacher, and I'm like, yo, dude, I don't think it's going to work. I can't turn my mind off. I don't think I can stop my mind from thinking. He's like, yo, dude, nobody can. I'm like, fuck, bro. What's the point? But with these simple little practices, what we can do is change the relationship to the mind, to the thoughts. And something does happen. I mean, this room wouldn't have these people in here. I wouldn't be here if it didn't, something was shifting, right? There's no snake oil up here that I'm going to be at the end of the group. And for $9.95, you buy this and your mind will stop. We've tried that, a lot of us in these rooms, or this room. Why do I say these rooms? It's because you guys said my name like in the beginning. It's fucked me all up. God damn it. But this practice is really simple. And I feel like there's two parts of this practice for me. That one, it can calm our nervous system just by bringing our awareness to the senses for a moment. Did anybody feel a shift just as we did that in the beginning practice? Show of hands. Yeah, totally. Okay. So just that little bit, there's a shift. What's happening is we're getting back, the mind is getting back into a nominal state of rest by checking out our surroundings, by looking around, hearing the sounds, feeling our feet on the ground. And the breath really helps too. But just by bringing our awareness to our surroundings, the mind is sending information to the brain that right now it's okay. Even though today might have not been okay, we might have been fight, flight, or freeze kind of shit, let alone a whole lifetime of that. And a lot of us in this room, like the only way we're shutting that off is like shutting it off. And here we are, like bugging the fuck out. But by just shifting focus to what's happening right now, okay, cool, all right, cool. And then the mind actually, its job is to send information to the brain that it's okay. We don't have to protect anything right now, because the fight, flight, or freeze is our survival thing. I'm getting into some sciencey shit, but I like thinking about that because it's actually doing something, right? Now, it's been a lifetime of not doing that, so it takes some time. So we might have got a little moment of like, oh, and feeling sleepy is good because that means that the mind's like, okay, you can chill. It's a good thing, especially in the beginning of learning this practice, especially in a room full of people we barely know and we're being able to let ourselves just chill. It's pretty cool without substances. We're not passing out. You're like, cool. That's the practice of just shifting focus over and over, because the mind's going to fucking think over and over. It's going to think. I'm going to be off in wherever. And that's not a mistake. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. That just means that you notice you're thinking. And that's the moment of practice. Thinking back to the feet or back to the seat or the sounds, the breath. I feel like you can have choice of where to bring your awareness back. A lot of practices are breath focused. For me, that was kind of problematic for a little bit. I like tripped me out. So I would just go to sounds or something I saw. I would like leave my eyes open or like close my eyes for a little bit and then I'd have to open my eyes again. It took me a while. So you get a lot of choice in this. Where does it feel like a place that you can just come back to for a moment that's not a struggle? And it's not more distracting. Sometimes sounds could be more distracting. Or if we're looking around, it's like, whoa. So, and that's why I think the breath is a good place. Like over time, the breath was, it's my go-to now. Because there's not a lot of opinions, right? The breath is just breathing. Really feel like the transformative piece of the practice is when we have established enough space with that simple practice of kind of catch and release. Maybe it's tonight, maybe it's not tonight, maybe it's whenever. Again, you get to choose. You'll know that you can be curious about those emotions. You can be curious about those thoughts and what's arising. There's enough space that you're not going to get stuck in the suck of that fucking feeling that is here, that thought that is just nagging at you, right? So at first, just give yourself space. But when there's enough space, we turn towards and we can contemplating, just seeing, just, oh, that's the thought, that's that feeling that's here. And I used to just say contemplate, but contemplating is just seeing it, but this kind of investigation of not why are we feeling this, because we know why, especially when it comes to feelings, right? Everybody knows why. There's a story. And the more we get in the story, the more we feel that a lot of times, the more we're like, ugh, or more we're trying to figure out how to fix the way we feel. But if we pause and give it enough space and ask the question, like maybe naming it, just, well, what am I actually feeling right now? And there's names like worry, fear, doubt, okay? But really, I like to even be more curious about what's the sensation. Is there a tightening? Is there a swirling? And then can we be with that? That's the curiosity. Everybody kind of know what I'm talking about when I say that? Anybody experience anxiety in here? Yeah. Do you know where you feel it when you're experiencing anxiety? Yes. Okay. So that's what's happening right now, not the story that created it. So it's like, can we just be with that sensation? And if you can't, don't. Go back to the feet, go to the seat, go to the sounds, go to the breath. We don't want to get stuck in it. You have choice when you have enough space that you can be curious. We don't need to fix or figure out. There's no, there's no board by the donation station with stars for the best meditator. Who was with their anxiety the best tonight? Right. But I think it's important because for me, it's important, and it's important to share what my experience with this practice has been. And for a long time, I just wanted the fucking formula to have all that shit go away that I was experiencing. Very neurotic person. A lot of y'all saw firsthand when we were building this place, just doing the sound tonight, I get very neurotic, like, wow, and then people are coming and it's like, oh. And I thought I could get rid of that. Guess what? It's never gone away, I'm kind of neurotic, I guess. It's just the way it is. I get very anxious, but there's more space for it. And that anxiety or whatever is coming up, usually it goes into this frustration, and then it's anger, and then I'm breaking out my blame thrower, and it's like, fucking Bob, why don't you fucking do the sound? It didn't even work, right? I don't do that as much, where I used to do that all the fucking time. It's actually the thing that brought me to meditation. I was sick of being angry all the time. Super agitated person. And I just thought it was because I'm punk. It's like, no, dude. Really, I was just fucking scared. Scared of what you thought of me. Scared of not being enough. Scared of being too much. Fear. So unfortunately, y'all, we don't get to get rid of anything. I'm sorry. I don't wish that, because all these things, there's a personality that's here. And there's some beautiful personalities that are here. But beyond that personality is this truth that got you here tonight, that got you to walk through those doors. This curiosity that you're following. And the personality is kind of part of that. It's not who we are, it's just part of, the causes and conditions. We can let a lot of that go, but still have it. I used to think that if I was going to be a meditator and spiritual, I had to be a certain way. I couldn't listen to Slayer or something. I don't know. I had some weird, but no. Or if I was going to be spiritual, I'd be hugging trees all the time and shit. It's like so weird what I thought. But the funny thing is now is I'll go hug a tree and then get in my car and go listen to Slayer. Like within the same 20 minutes. I seriously did it today. It was actually super heaven. I've been on super heaven kick right now. But yeah, so I don't know, just kind of tangent, but coming back to this practice and my experience with it and what's here for you with the effort you put into it. A lot of folks come to this group a lot. I see you every week, and it's fucking beautiful, and maybe that's enough right now. Maybe it's once a month. Maybe that's enough right now for you. And the more you put into this, and the more space, it's a practice. I refer to it a lot as a practice. And the practice retrains the mind to get back into that state. There's a state of rest and digest that is here that we can tap into so that we can be with the stress. Because stress is real too. But our whole lives, it's been one stress to another stress to another stress. It's not sustainable, y'all. You know that. I think you know that. And we can't hide in this rest, blissed out place all the time. It's all good, brother. It's like a balance. Can we have a balance? But that's the cool thing about this practice is when we do keep coming back to the breath, the feet, what's true right here, there's a space that we can see that there is a non-separateness, really. There's just fucking nothing. And it's just like, when we close our eyes and we're all just breathing together, there's really no separateness. There's just like these fucking thoughts and these stories of our life, which are part of life too. So there's this ultimate reality that, there's no separateness, but then this relative reality that we live in as well, that we can't dismiss. That we all navigate this world in different ways. We get treated different, sex, race, gender, all the things that keep us separate. We don't dismiss that. We can't. But we can dance in between both. It's about relationship. It's about relationship to ourselves and relationship to others, a relationship to this world that's more sustainable. Yeah. So it just encourages me every time. That it's funny to me, like still, like every Thursday almost, like, fuck, I wonder if anybody's going to show up all the fucking time. And I'm just like, people are here. Yay. So the encouragement is to show up more for yourself. Not just here. I mean, this is great. And there are more groups here, but in your practice. And it doesn't even have to be, we think that we have to have like, oh, I just can't find time, like 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, fuck. Even when I say 30 minutes, people go, 30 minutes, what the fuck? If we can get, that's beautiful. But if you can just get a moment in your day, maybe when you're getting out of your car and just like feeling your feet, looking around, checking in with yourself. How you doing right now, bro? Taking a breath. That's a moment. And we build on those moments. Keep checking in with yourself, showing up for yourself. And the more we do that, the more the mind starts getting into that default state. So when the stress is there, there's space that we can respond rather than react or escape. And again, if you can get longer periods of time in your practice, super beneficial, but it's hard, I know. And that's why I'm really happy that we have a space that we can do that. At least we have one, it's like, okay, that's a commitment. I'm there. And when we come here, I feel like the only requirement really is curiosity. It's not even a requirement, but just curiosity. Whatever brought you here, and just curious, be curious. Curious of experience and what's your relationship to it. Can you give yourself some space right now? Can you feel those emotions and just feel them rise and pass? Or is it like, nah, I'm just going to rest in the breath or whatever you want to rest on? Because you get to choose, you get to decide where you're at, and you can meet yourself right where you're at. You're not going to fuck it up. Promise you. No matter how many times your mind is saying you're fucking it up. Yeah. You're thinking again. Can't even breathe right. I've said that in my mind before. Yeah. Dude, you can't even. That's so weird. Yeah. So I guess my inspiration, my thing to inspire you tonight is effort. Where's your effort? And knowing what your capacity is. It's like when I say effort, it's not like really fucking putting all your effort into it. It's like, what is your capacity to show up for yourself? And maybe it's just a little bit right now with this desire to show up more. When I say show up, it's just taking those pauses. Maybe it is going to more meditation groups, or maybe it is getting into more of a routine of meditation practice. I mean, it only took the Buddha 7 days of straight practice to find liberation. So you can do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's really what happened, but that's what it says in the books. Yeah.